Hello, everybody. It's me, Adam here. And I want to talk about Final 7, the remake, and this game looks amazing. I would say it really does. I've been a big fan of Final 7 for a long time. I played it several times on the PlayStation 1. I have beaten this game so many damn times to where I was honestly getting sick of playing this game because that's how much I was playing it. Um, One of my biggest concerns with the game was honestly the gameplay. I was worried that it was going to be way too simple, like Crisis Core. A lot of Final 7 fans like Crisis Core. I think Crisis Core is not a bad game, but it's not good. Like it's honestly just a mediocre game, very mediocre. You can literally just get by pressing X the entire game. You can with 7 also to a certain extent if you are leveled up enough, but I think 7. I would say 7 is really it's looking really good right now. It really is. But 7's gameplay was really more about the materia system. I would say more than anything, because the materia in 7, while it didn't really allow you to change like the combat, like how you attack or whatever, there were a lot of combination paths you can go through. Enemies work against certain element material, right? But you had too much material on, you were in a weakness. There wasn't too much strategy really involved in 7. A lot of it was just pressing the X button to attack. It was fine at the time, right? When you look back at 7, though, 7 gameplay, even this graphics, isn't as great as people think it is. I still think it's a great game. Don't get me wrong, but it's not as amazing as people think it is. Like they do put 7 on this really high pedestal, but there's a lot of monotonous in the game, and that's how games are, RPGs, and I like that aspect. But this game here, you do spam the same attack button, right? A lot, like you would say in the Dynasty Warriors or Naruto Storm game. You have a few certain attacks, but I think what's going to make the game a bit different is how you command your actual allies, your friends in battle. Like being able to switch to Aerith to cast the spells, and to Tifa, and then you can actually pause the game and issue characters commands, and go to one. It's going to, while it's not turn-based, you can see turn-based elements in it. Like I really think this is going to be a really good game. I don't know if it's going to be the best, and I like how they're changing a few things. Like Sephiroth, he's not as special anymore, right? In the original game, it was a big reveal when he first appears. Now everybody knows who he is. Everybody knows how Aerith meets her end. Everybody knows all these things. The game's been spoiled. It's a really fucking old game. Like straight up, it's like what, almost 20 years old. I'm 31 now. It came out a long time ago, dude. Like a long time ago. It's been out for a long time, and you're not going to have that same feeling from playing 7 when you first played it. I don't think he is. You're going to have that nostalgia, right? But they're taking characters like Biggs, Wedge, and Jesse, who were throwaway characters that you didn't really care about in 7, and they actually make these characters a lot more enjoyable, from when they first were in the game from the original title. So I was a bit iffy when I heard it won't be the exact same thing as 7, because I was like, you know what? I only want to see 7 just remade graphics, keep everything exactly the same. And I went back and played 7, and I realized of how many things that I wish was different. I was like, you know what? It actually would be cool if this game was a bit more active based. I like turn-based games, but if I want to play turn-based 7, I can play turn-based 7, and I can go on PC and Steam and use mods to actually upgrade the character models in combat, out of combat, and now there's a few new mods supposedly coming up pretty soon where you guys can actually edit the background and use a computer tool to actually enhance the graphic quality of the maps. It's a photo software, I believe, and it makes the game look a lot better. Like it's amazing how good the actual old game can look on PC with enough mods. And it still plays exactly the same, in terms of gameplay. So,
You have to leave.
but Sephiroth is going to be more in Cloud's head at this time around. There's no point of holding Sephiroth back because Sephiroth has been in so much shit. He really has. Sephiroth has been in so much shit, dude. So much shit. He really has. Dissidia and so many other games, like everybody knows who he is now. Okay. If you pre-order the game, you get Chocobo Chick summon material. I'm not too upset about this. People will be upset about the summon materials. Here's my problem about here's my thing about summons. Summons in the game generally get outclassed by other summons, right? Take Ramu, Ifrit, Shiva. They get outclassed by Bahamut and so on. Knights of the Round Table. Knights of the Round Table being one of the strongest summons in the game. I don't expect to unlock Knights of the Round Table, but I don't think Chocobo Chick is going to be overpowered. And same thing for Cactuar. I just don't see it being overpowered. I just don't. And me personally, I doubt I'm probably gonna get the deluxe version of it. I will. There's no way in hell though I'm getting the bike. No way in hell. As much as I like it, I don't collect figures anymore like I used to. I just don't. Figures are probably my least thing I worry about nowadays. Because I find myself having way too many of it, and I end up selling a lot of shit. But the game looks fucking amazing, dude. I just don't. I do know some people like Jim Sterling are being negative on the game because they have their reasons, but it really comes off like his reasons really sounded like he didn't like the game or look underwhelming because it was a remake. Because he didn't want a remake. Keep in mind, a lot of fans wanted this game to be remade. I myself included wanted this game to be remade. And it's just a game. Don't get so upset if it's changed because you still have the original out there. If you like the original more than this game, that's fine. Say how much you prefer the old one after playing this one. That's fine. But I think being negative on this game and you haven't even played it, it's kind of weird, It comes off as like you're being negative for the sake of being negative. That's what it feels like. And I know that's not his intent, Jim Sterling and other people, but, get the game a chance, try it out. Even at least a demo, get your hands on it first at least, But some people are being negative. It's a very few minority. They're being negative for like some of the weirdest reasons. Like, one excuse I heard was from Jim, for example. The game looked like it was too much visual stuff going on. The numbers on the screen, the enemy effects, the characters talking to each other. But in Final Fantasy 15, it was far worse. You had 4 guys talking to each other. Out of those 4 guys, if you had materia on them, they could throw materia, and the materia was this big ass AoE effect. They covered a huge area, which was annoying as hell. You had summons that would appear up, that could call all this. It looked cool, but all this environmental stuff. These giant bosses would have all these crazy effects. I just don't see some of the complaints. I feel like they feel like they're being backed by so much negativity, and it's like, just lighten up, dude. It's a game, and if it comes out and or a demo and you play it and you don't like it, that's fine, that's fair. But like sometimes it feels like people be fishing for negative reviews. like to try to stand out, and it just seems weird. Like you haven't even played the game yet, man. Like the game looks fucking amazing. It just I get it. You maybe don't like the look of it, I suppose, but it's hard to say the game doesn't look good. The game fucking looks good, man. Like the combat, I'm still not 100% sold on the combat. I think the combat looks good, but I'm not like, it's going to be amazing like Neo or, Sekiro, or any kind of action game. Like, but the story, I'm expecting the story to be fucking amazing. But I just don't see the negativity of it. So, that's all I got to say. I bet that bike is going to be fucking a lot. It's going to cost a lot of that money. I know it is. It's cost a lot of that money.